Okay, I am working on fringing up the steeked portion of the Wheelhouse Shawl, and I want to show you two different ways to fringe, one with my hands and one with a fringing tool. So the first thing you do is I did my fringing in groups of 3 strands each, and I started up at the top and I'm just working my way down to the bottom of the shawl. If you don't end up with an even number, like do something divisible by 6, you can end up just doing like a set of 3 and 2 or 4 and 4 or whatever you need to do at the end to make it work out. So the first thing I'll do is take the left hand side 3, and with my hands I'll twist to the right evenly and for kind of as long as I can until it's tight. And then you kind of have to hold it, and then you'll do the right hand set of 3 and try to twist them up a similar amount. This gets really addictive to do, like everything I do. And now you will hold those 2 strands together and twist them to the left together, and that will create fringe. And then at the bottom I just tie them off tightly, and then once I'm done and I've done all the fringe, I go back and I even out that knot on the end. You're going to notice the one I just did by hand is much poofier than these ones over here, and that's because for those ones I used a fringing tool that I got when I used to weave a lot in college, and it is pretty slick. And if you can get your paws on one, if you don't have one, I know they sell them at Webb's, and Shocked makes one, but you might also have a friend who has weaving tools and you could just ask to borrow it for the weekend without having to invest into one. I got so excited to teach you this. I forgot to tell you that it's pretty important to use a heavy book to weight down the edge while you're working on it. Otherwise, your piece is going to keep pulling towards you. So that is also another key element to fringing. So this fringing tool has these little lobster claws on the end. I'm only using 2 out of the 3 lobster claws. I've seen fringing tools that have up to 4 on them for fancy fringe, but for this one I'm only using 2. And I literally just grab the yarn into those claws like that. And then you just turn the sheep. Oh, whoops, sorry, I hit the camera, guys. I'm just turning the sheep, and he's a little bit out of the frame, but you can see I'm just going around and around and around. Squeaky, squeaky. I've got a squeaky sheep. And then I'm twisting to the right, and you can see you can get way tighter with the tool than you can by hand here. So I'm going pretty tight, and then I will grab one and grab the other with my left hand and then let them twist together to the left. You can just kind of like let it go and it'll twist, and then tie a knot on the bottom. So my last step, once I get all of this fringe done, is going to be to go back and even up the ends, like decide how long I want my fringe and even up the ends and then trim them, because right now they're quite funky. And that is the last step, and then you are all done. Fringing is not hard, and it's really fun. I do it at my kitchen table while watching Netflix. Let me know if you have any questions. I am happy to help you. Happy fringing.